Gotta love seeing that intro every time before I stand up here and go, hey guys, welcome to Whitley Auto Works. Alright guys, well, it's another day of Whitley Auto Works here, and one of the subscribers had a great idea. He wanted me to kind of do a behind the scenes type video with you guys today. He'll kind of show you my process and what I go through to get prepped up, ready, and do pretty much the whole video. So this video is going to be more first person, a little more personal, not me standing behind this little desk right here. So I got my little stand right here, my little first person perspective, and I'm gonna kind of move you guys back and forth between this and between my little tripod setup, and we're gonna do a spray out today, and I'm gonna kind of just walk you through everything I got going on and how I do my process, for better or worse. So let's get into today's video. So as you guys can see, I got my coffee. This is what I drink most mornings. My buddy Eli, you've seen him in a past video. I painted some of his cars and then he's wrecked them. Yeah, he got me into drinking these coffee drinks, and so now I just kind of drink them every morning. Here's one. I don't know if this spray out's been done yet, if I've done the video for it or what, but that's one back there. This is the OG fender for you guys that I know a lot of y'all guys complain saying that was scratched up or whatever else. Yeah, that's my scratched up fender. Let me walk you guys over here real quick and I'll show you my other setup of stuff. So this is the other side of the shop. There's that hood I fixed. Two more spray outs. These are 99 2000 Honda Civic fenders that I use for spray out. So I got that, and then I got this over here, and then I got my little tripod set up where I'm using just a traditional paint stand or a fender stand, hood stand, whatever you want to call it. And then there's my little tripod. So this is kind of the full spec out of the shop. I got all my colors right here. Well, some of them anyways. My shades there, I keep forgetting. Paint mask, my regulator set up. There it is where I dial it in. What I do is when I need full air pressure, I got a quick disconnect right there. So I'll disconnect it that way I can clean my paint gun and my little paint cleaning station right there. And then when I separate it from there, I'm hooking it up right there, and then I can adjust my regulator accordingly. Like I always tell you guys, 28 PSI, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, pearls. I got pearls for days, door blocks. You come in here, and this is all my other stuff. I tell you guys about using Bulldog adhesion promoter. There's that. My sandpaper. These are actually Chromax pearls. It's some very high-end pearls. They'll be on a future video. My Rustoleum collection. And, of course, my automotive paint collection. And some familiar faces, the Rustoleum from past videos. But, yeah, that's kind of what I got going on. And, of course, the old Vivor paint gun. And then my other paint guns. That's my original Seda that I started the channel with. I've had this gun since I was probably 15, 16 years old. It's the original digital. Back in the day it was $1,000, and now it's, well, not $1,000. And then there's the other two guns from the Vivor kit. If you guys are looking at a good entry-level gun kit, that's been pretty good. I mean, it's not the absolute greatest, but it's not absolute worst. And there's my test clear. I know usually when you see everything, you see this right here. This is the other one. I use that one just solely for like mock-up when I got everything set up right here, just because it looks better. But yeah, I've been dumping it out of this one for the past few, and this is just my test clear, obviously, test clear. But yeah, so that's kind of what I got, guys. Next, we're going to be prepping up this fender. What I do is I come over here and I got my little bucket and I fill it up with some soapy water, and I got 600 grit sandpaper, and I just go to town. I set up my little stand over here and just go to wet sanding and cleaning it real good and getting it ready for the next spray out. So let me do that real quick, and we'll keep moving on. All right, let's get in here real quick. Let me turn the light on. There we go. All right, put that in there, turn on the water, put a little bit of detergent in there just to have me some soapy water, mix up my sandpaper, and we're ready to go sand on a fender. So let me set you up on the big tripod and we'll get to sanding. Got my soapy water mix, guys. Yeah, I just put it in there and get my sandpaper on and start going to town on my fender. Get it all sanded up good and ready for another spray out. So, this is the process I follow every single time. Obviously, you notice I don't always do like the inside of the fenders and stuff. It's just because this is just for test purposes. Which, I say that on every video, so I feel like a broken record half the time, but hey, I know if I don't say all this stuff that a lot of people will throw it in the comments, and so it's going to be one of those things where you're like, I hate having to say that 50 million times, but at the same token, you're going to have to say it 50 million times regardless, because if you don't say it in the video, then somebody's going to ask the questions in the comments, and you're going to have to say it in the comments. So, but let me finish getting this sanded up and prepped up, and we'll move on to the next step. Now I got this thing all prepped up and ready for a spray out, so I got to set my little desk setup back up and get ready for the episode. So, and we got to get over here and pick out some colors and figure out what we're going to spray today. So let's walk over to the colors and figure it out. Alright, so first step is I got to figure out if I even got the colors I need. Today's video, we got some more real orange. These are all colors I picked up the other day at Walmart. Good old Wally World. So let's set it up right there and stage it. And then we come over here. The way I got these done out is ones I've sprayed already, guys. And these have a little bit of paint in it all the way up to the ones that got more paint in it. So today's spray out, I think we got enough purple. Yeah, we'll go with purple. All right. Had a subscriber that wanted to see orange and purple. And if you guys remember the episode where I did the midnight color shift, let's see, let me find that one. That is this one right here. It's actually called Golden is the name of it, and it's part of a kit. Where's that kit box? Crap, I think I threw the box away. But anyways, yeah, so, oh, hang on. Here's my cups. Gotta get a cup. Can't spray clear without a cup. These are really cool and really handy. I get these from Napa, but I also got a link on my storefront if you guys want to buy any of this stuff. I got the same stuff on there, and it's pretty cheap because it's Amazon. But all right, we got that staged. Let's see what else. All right, put the clear up here just because it looks better. Grab my activator. Put that there. So looking better, starting to look more like the episode, right, guys? And last but not least, I always kind of just set the paint gun up there just because, hey, I don't know. It just looks good. I'm going for perspective and get my tripod. Try to set it up in the right place and line it all up. And all right, let me put you guys on the tripod and we'll start the episode. All right, guys, so I guess we're ready to start the episode. Like I said, I got my real gloss orange and my gloss purple, and we're going to be using the midnight color shift from the previous video with the GTR Skyline. If you saw that one, the subscriber wanted me to spray it over both colors, so I'm going to two-tone this fender behind me. As you just saw, I cleaned it up real good, and we're going to get into today's video. So I'm going to grab some Rustoleum, shake the cans up real good, put my mask on, and we'll get to spraying. Let's get into it. Alright, so I got everything moved over and set up. And I know a lot of you guys always ask about my exhaust fan. I do have an exhaust fan, guys. If I've showed it in the past video, but there it is right there. It pulls paint really good. It is a rigged up setup of a certain extent, but hey, it does the job, and I do pull my fumes out. I don't just let them sit in here. So, alright, let's get in spraying. All right, guys, so we got our Rustoleum down and laid down pretty good. It's always fairly simple, and I like that we can use the cans opposed to having to mix the colors myself, because it saves a lot of time and a lot of waste for like acetone and cleanup. I do use acetone for everything. I use acetone to thin my Rustoleum paint, and I also use acetone to clean my paint gun. So anyways, yeah. So now I gotta take my cup right here and fill it up with some test clear real quick and get everything set up. And I usually put 4 ounces in it, as you guys know, and then 1 ounce of the hardener. It's a little on the cool side today, but it's gonna warm up, so I'm gonna wait just a few, put a little bit of test clear in it, and we'll move on to the next scene as we usually do, where we start mixing up the pearls. So see you in just a few. Alright, so a lot of you guys always ask me, how do I know when the Rustoleum is ready for clear? Well, just take an unsuspecting spot and touch it, and see that? See how it's pulling paint off with my finger? That you don't want. You want it to be sticky, but you don't want it pulling paint off on your finger. So if it does that, it ain't ready yet. It's got to settle and dry a little bit. It's a little bit on the cool side right now. I did spray this Rustoleum kind of early today. Let's see, the thermostat's saying about 55, so yeah, it's gonna take a while for this to dry, but once it dries up, and I ain't pulling paint, I'll cut you guys back on and we'll move on to the pearl. All right, guys, so it's been about 30 minutes now. This stuff's tacked up and ready to go. 4 ounces of test clear, 1 ounce of hardener. Like I said, it's a little cool out, but I'm gonna take my time with it. It is going to warm up today in the 70s, so that'll be nice. And the sun's out, so hopefully I can take it outside for you guys and get a good reveal. But yeah, obviously, like I said, if you want to buy any products in this video, Amazon link's in the description. Takes you to my Amazon page. Just click the As Seen on YouTube link, and there you go. Alright, now like I said, this color shift's called Golden. I used it for the Midnight Purple episode, and it has a really good shift property. How it's going to do over this orange and this purple, I have no idea. As far as pigment load goes, I'm going to spritz some in the mix. I'm going to try not to go super heavy, but I'm not going to do just a pinch. I'm going to do a little more because I really want to be able to see the effect and have the effect kind of go with the color 50-50, so we can kind of, you know, get a good reveal, right? Alright, so that should be enough. Maybe a little more. I know. I go heavy all the time. I get it. But it's a habit. But anyways, I'm going to mix it up real good. And as always, I'm going to bring you in for that close-up shot so you can see the mix. Man, I really like this color shift pearl. I mean, it's wild. It has that pinks to purples to bronzes. Like, it looks really cool, especially when it's in the cup. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's the mix. We're gonna load up the paint gun like always, and I'll catch up with you when we get to the fender and get ready to spray. Birds are out today, boy. That's another thing I conflict with, the daggone birds, man. They start chirping, and I mean, it's cool and all, but man, gonna mess up your audio real quick. But oh well, it is what it is. And I usually take this off and walk away. You know, it's just all part of the experience. But so that's loaded up and ready. Let's hook up the regulator and keep going. Alright guys, so we're to the fun part, putting the pearl on, seeing what kind of crazy effects we can get. You guys know the drill. It's my V4 gun, as you just saw me load it up. Especially with these color shift pearls, you want to keep them agitated, guys, because they will clump and clog the gun up. A lot of people ask me about the filters, the little filters that go in the cup. I take them out because they get stopped up and it's just a mess. If you want to, run it through a paper strainer real quick, but you know, for what I'm doing, especially since it's a test purpose, I'm not too worried about trashing it, you know, but yeah, it is a concern if you're going full scale, so just kind of be aware of that. 28 PSI, you already know the drill, and that's wide open trigger. we always start with a tack coat just so that the clear and the Rustoleum can kind of get used to each other, and I can double check for reactions and stuff like that. And then I usually move you guys to the other side for the second coat, and then I finish it off with like a third coat or whatever else. I kind of do that off camera usually, but for today's purposes, I'm just going to bring you guys along with me for the whole thing, and we'll stop when I think it looks all right. But anyways, I'm going to quit yapping, put my mask on. Let's get the spraying and let's see what we can create color-wise. Alright, so the subscriber, I don't remember who it was that said it, wanted to, I guess, see my process for gun cleaning. Obviously I still got the clear in it. There's very little bit left. I put it in the little cup right here. That's first. And then pour it all out. And what I like to do is take some acetone and go ahead and run it through the gun real quick. Obviously I'm going to tear this whole gun apart and clean it thoroughly, but this is just always the first step. I just put a little bit in there. I just kind of want to flush the gun to begin with. You just turn that, pull that trigger. It clears up pretty quick. I kind of slosh it around. I'm trying to get it all over everything inside the gun, get it all over the hopper and everything else. Just drain it out pretty good. And I know some people are going to say, oh, you're wasting a bunch of acetone, this, that, and the other. And, you know, they're probably right, you know, but everybody has their way of doing it. Teach their own, whatever works for you. Alright, now next step, I take my little cup. Actually, that one's kind of crusty looking. I don't want a bunch of trash in it. Start with the first one. Put that up there. Fill this up a little ways with acetone. Just put a little bit in here. Like I said, this is just my process. I know a lot of people will say, hey, you're wasting acetone, whatever else, but this is the way I do it, guys. You wanted to see it, so I like to, first I'll start off and put my cap top in there. Just kind of run it through, mess around, or kind of wipe it down, get all the crud and stuff off the sides. Get my little touch-up brush and dip it down, kind of scrub the sides of it, work my way around. Real good. And then I got my air hose hooked back up, so I got full pressure. And man, I just spray it out. Double check it, look at it, make sure I ain't got no buildup anywhere, anything funky. And there's that. Next, I'll take the hopper off. Lay that there, put it in. I kind of set it in there at first, twist it to get it in there. Put the other end in. Same thing, twisting it, getting it good. And then, hang on one second, let me grab my rag. I get me a rag and dip it with a little bit of acetone. And then just kind of go through and wipe it down real good, guys. Clean it out. You know, just go thoroughly with it. Wipe down the outside. And yeah. Blow it out real good. That should work. Put that back together, set that over there. And next, I'm going to take the gun apart. First, take the outer section off, just unscrew it. No big deal. Put that in. Slosh it around in a little bit of acetone. Scrub it down. Scrub the outside down real good because you get paint and all kinds of mess caked up in those little holes. And like I said, these little brushes work great. They come with all the kits, so just scrub it down, get all the paint, debris, clear coat, whatever's on it off. And also a rag with a little bit of acetone works good too. Kind of wipe it down, clean it up real good. I know this is very repetitive and kind of boring for some of you guys, so if you want to skip ahead, more power to you. If not, you know, I'm just going to walk you through the whole process. You got little holes in it, so I always like to hold them up to the light, make sure they're clear of any kind of residue. And that looks good. Next, I'm going to take the actual tip off of it. So I get my little wrench, squeeze the trigger because you don't want this binding, and just break it loose. It ain't got to be ridiculously tight. All guns are different. Some of these guns have little O-rings in between. Mine does, so every now and then I'll have to replace that O-ring because my gun will start spitting. And usually when it starts spitting, that's because that O-ring has disintegrated and went to nothing. So I just kind of have to keep an eye on that. It's one of the wear items. So I put that in the mix. Wipe it down real good. Scrub it if it needs it. And I shoot compressed air through it. And you got little holes in it. You got a main hole and then 6 holes around it. I just hold that up to the light, look in it, and make sure that it's clear and ain't got no buildup in it. And if so, that's good to go. And then I do the same thing with the gun itself. I stick it in there and kind of pull the trigger back and forth so I can get that needle coated really good with acetone in there. Get into the sections. For a really true thorough cleaning, you can pull the whole needle assembly out, but whole needle assembly out, sorry, and do all that. But usually between spray outs and stuff, I'll just do it as thorough as I can. Like I said, run the little brush down in it, get it in there real good, clean out all the junk, and same thing with the front. Get the needle real good, clean it up, and you got 2 holes. I always try to blow them out, so I'll shoot it to the top, shoot it to the holes, blow it out, and then even go through the port on the bottom. And just wipe the needle down really good. Run the rag in there if you need to, just kind of inspect it. And like I said, if you see any trash in there, guys, get it out. That's the whole name of the game. As far as, that's it for it. As far as reassembly, you just do the reverse, pull the trigger, screw this in. Like I said, you ain't got to kill it, just get it snug. Use your little wrench, tighten it down. There you go. And just completely reassemble it. And then when I'm done, I got empty containers of acetone and clear coat that I'll put all this trash paint and acetone in, and then I take it to my local dump. They take it on Saturdays, and everything's completely legit. So that's the way I do it. So let's take this fender outside, guys, and let's see what it looks like. And that's gonna be the video. On the next episode of Whitley Auto Works, I'm taking you guys behind the scenes for the full video. You're going to see everything I do from start to finish. It's going to be a little bit of a long one, guys, but it's going to be an awesome spray out. These results are incredible, and it's a midnight pearl over orange and purple, and you're not going to want to miss it. So stay tuned, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next behind the scenes episode of Whitley Auto Works. Alright guys, so that's the behind the scenes of Whitley Auto Works and what I go through on a day-to-day basis to do a video. And this is the end result for today. That golden color shift, I call it the midnight purple color shift, over gloss purple and gloss orange. Man, this thing, when the light hits it, well, I don't even have to tell you. But as always, you guys rate it for me and let me know how I did today. 1, you don't really care for the colors. 5, it's the greatest thing you've ever seen and you're ready to spread it out on your own projects. But I had a lot of fun today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the whole behind the scenes thing. It was a lot of fun for me to be able to just be completely transparent with you guys, and I'm trying to do that as much as possible on the channel. We are growing strong. It's not going to be long before we get to that 5,000 subscriber mark, and I do the giveaway. I'm giving away paint guns, pearl sets, maybe some paint guns with pearls, a little bit of everything, and the only thing you have to do to win is be subscribed. What I'm probably going to do is go live, and we'll do it that way. That way I can kind of, do one-on-one with you guys, answer some questions, just kind of have some fun, toss some jokes back and forth, a little bit of everything, guys. But I appreciate you guys for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I hope it helped you kind of get an idea of what I go through and what you might go through if you decide to replicate any of the things I'm doing. And that's going to be it for me today, guys. I hope you'll like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm John from Whitley Auto Works. I hope you guys have a great day. God bless, and I'll see you guys on the next episode.